I'm glad you joined me today for the recap of our third role that we're discussing. That is the role of a church member and maybe eventually even a church leader down the road for many of you. Ryan led the discussion for us this past week, and we began that discussion with 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 12, where the context is about how spiritual gifts are used in the church setting. And that verse reads, "For as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ." And that really is the emphasis of the membership that we're talking about. It's membership in the body of Christ. But even more today, as we focus on this, we're talking about membership in the local church. And that is the way we play out the membership of the body of Christ, is through that local church today. What does it mean to be a member of something? Members have common traits or common causes, often have common privileges. And those are the kind of things that we will see in church membership when we are part of that body. In fact, when we think about it, the Greek word where we get that word church is ecclesiastes, which is directly translated gathering. And that is just what we're doing, a gathering of the body of Christ in one physical location. And so that's what we're talking about as being a member of that group. So we ask the question then, why can't I just attend church? Why do I need to be a member of a church? Well, regular attendance is good, and that is certainly encouraged. A consistent attendance is even better. But when we become a member of the church, there's an accountability that occurs, which does not necessarily occur when somebody just visits a church on a regular basis. When you become a member, you as a member are looked out for by other members. You also, as a member, can take on the responsibility of looking out for other members and encouraging them. There are difficult times in today's world as we face onslaughts from outside the church in many different ways. And being part of a group, being a member of this group, gives us the opportunity to really lean on each other and support each other in many ways. In fact, you also want to make sure that you are part of the church and part of the mission of that church. Serving in the church is one of the things that keeps us there as regular members and regular attenders in the church. If we just show up on Sunday morning for a brief period of time and then leave and never really participate, it's very easy for us to fall away. But when we spend our time serving and putting effort into the ministry of the church, we find ourselves consistently and regularly being part of every facet of the church. That means showing up to extra events, showing up to all the services, showing up to business meetings and voting on deacons or trustees, voting when a new pastor may be coming in to replace the retiring pastor or something like that. Being a participant in making the church successful is one of the ways that we make a commitment to the body of Christ so the body of Christ can impact the world around us. And that's really what we're getting at when we talk about being a member of a church. Now, as we grow, we'll get the opportunities potentially to be a leader in that church. Maybe take on the roles of a deacon or a teacher or maybe even a pastor someday. And those will come. And in those roles, we'll again see how important it is to have a body that has a vested interest in membership. The most important thing is that the body of Christ cares for one another and as a unit impacts the world around us. Being a church member is a big part of that process.